Leeds United are champions. What an incredible few weeks it has been. Promotion, dominant performances, and now going up as champions. We will be showing you the trophy lift live very shortly, so stay with us for that. But first, Michael Bridges, sum up how you're feeling right now.
Just absolutely buzzing for everybody involved at this football club, the fans, the players, the staff, what they've achieved. It was 1-0 at half-time. We're just a bit worried because I think that Leeds United, the way they've played this season, deserve to be champions, and the resolve and the resilience they showed once again towards the end of that game to get the result, magnificent. And I'm buzzing. We're back in the Premier League, but the icing on the cake, the lads are going to get the medals. We're going to get to see a trophy lift, and they're going to remember this. I think you said they've ingrained their name in history. They've become, this group of players. It's not a thing that comes around a lot, is it?
They've done it today, the typical Leeds way, haven't they? Scoring in the 91st minute, I think it was, Solomon scoring when we thought, is a game, are we going to get one more big chance to get the trophy? And big players come up with big moments, and Mano Solomon certainly did that. And the parade on Monday is going to certainly look a lot better when you've got a trophy to parade round rather than nothing. So brilliant that they've won it today. It's fantastic.
Well, look, Simon, you know this feeling. You know how amazing that can feel. How are those players and the manager going to be feeling right now? Because at the end, Daniel Farke was just kind of on one knee. It was like he was just taking it all in and absorbing it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not easy because you're mentally drained after a game. He's gone through every emotion all season, and managing Leeds, it certainly puts you through the rigmarole at times. But he just wanted a moment to himself, maybe to regather his thoughts, let the players enjoy themselves with the supporters, but then he'll be celebrated as much as everybody. It's been a massive achievement, and no better way to do it in front of a goal in front of the away supporters. And we could hear, hopefully they probably heard us in here, but also the whole of the city down in Plymouth as well will have heard it.
I mean, you could see the celebrations as well after that Mano Solomon goal. You could see exactly what that meant because the players knew what that meant for Mano to score in that moment.
Just a massive pile-on, and we're just talking about the way big players produce big moments in the game. That little pocket of space that he found, Solomon, to beat the defenders, the way he blindsided the goalkeeper to use the defenders when he scored the goal, and the scenes of celebration. I was just delighted because not only did he take his shirt off, he took the GPS unit off as well. And I turned to Simon and I said, I hope that's not a double yellow card. But massive scenes. When you talk about the players, I've been in that situation with Peter Reid at Sunderland twice when we got promoted as champions. There is no better feeling. You've played that whole game, you've put everything into it for the whole season, and you can feel tired when you know you're champions. The lads, the adrenaline rush that you get in that moment, they're going to remember this day for the rest of their lives.
But also, there's no better time to score than in injury time, because you just know that you only have to see out 2 or 3 minutes. And the joys, it'll be a memory for everybody that's been at that ground today.
And that goal will go down in history, won't it, Bridgie?
Goal of the season for me, because of what it meant. We're talking about all the goals that we've seen this season. When that moment comes down to it, that is a special goal from a special player who I think at the start of the year, Leeds took a big gamble on Solomon because of his injury past. Solomon took a big gamble coming down a division, and the two of them, like Leeds United and him, have just grown together, and we've reaped the benefits, and that goal, outstanding.
We'll try and have a look at that goal shortly, but that seems to have been the case for so many of the players that have joined this club this last season, doesn't it, Simon?
I think the recruitment was really good in the summer. I think everybody was involved in it, got the right players, both technically but mentally as well. You have to be a special player to play for this club. You have to handle the expectancy level and all the pressure that comes with it. And people like Tanaka, Solomon, and others that got signed have certainly been able to handle. Joe Rothwell's another one who's played a big part. These players have been handling the pressure week in and week out, the highs and the lows, and they've got the just rewards. To get 100 points, 95 goals, and it is just the icing on the cake to finish with that championship medal, because I think the club have 100% deserved that this year.
Can I just move my head and show?
Yes, you can. Just read that for us, Michael Bridges. What does that say?
Champions.
Yes, it does. And let's have a look at the goal that made us at champions. Let's soak this up once more while you talk us through it, Bridgie.
Yeah, like I say, the Solomon, when he finds himself in the pocket of space, what he does, he sucks one of the centre-halves out, he then exploits the space, and you can see the defensive midfielder and the other two centre-halves coming across to try and close him down. The way he finds the bottom corner and the way he manipulates that ball it's just a really clever finish from a man that's feet are brilliant. And then the scenes, these are great. But he's, like I say, the way he got in that space, there's not many players can produce that moment with a quick feet work in the space that he found.
I think it's a goal that we score so many times, a pattern of play where the two wide players get into little pockets of number 10 roles and the fullbacks are overlapping. but you still got to have the ability to receive it in the first place, then to skip past the defender and bend it into the far corner. And you've seen the celebrations. Meslier, I think he nearly dropped the flag again, didn't he?
So good. And you could see the fans, like you pointed out.
He's been going to the same gym as me as well,
yeah.
Solomon.
Yeah. You cancelled your membership a while ago, didn't you?
Cheers, Emma.
He went to the gym and you went to Jim's Cafe.
I love that. Brilliant.
You could see how much it meant. Look at the scenes of the fans here. One thing that is never in doubt is Leeds United fans. Wherever they are, home or away, they're in full voice. But you could see, again, just how much that erupted there in front of us.
Do you know what it is? And also the emotion players of Leeds United who know that they're going to be champions with this goal. The gamesmanship of Plymouth, delaying, slowing everything down. You know, I know they're going down, but they were trying to do everything to stop us achieving our goals here because they were getting booked for time wasting. Our lads were getting frustrated at their gamesmanship, and so were our fans, and the relief there for everybody. And the fans that have travelled down there, man, what a party they're going to have the whole summer. And
it's a special goal because it's in front of the Leeds fans. If that goes at the other end, it will still be celebrated, but not with the intensity that you're right in front of the travelling 2,000-3,000 fans or whatever. It's so special to score a goal right in front of your home fans. It's some fantastic feeling about.
And you were saying right until the very end, Bridgie, we're going to get another big chance here. We're going to score, I'm telling you. Yeah. That faith is unwavering, isn't it? And for good reason, because we've seen it so often
because
this
I
season.
believe in these players and this group of players. Simon talked about it before, what they've shown, the mentality, the desire, the hunger and the resolve. The amount of late goals we have scored this season is absolutely incredible. So that comes down to your work rate, not losing your concentration, being able to handle the pressure, but also the players that have come on to change the games, Emma. And that is the luxury that we've had this season. And the scenes are just absolutely magic.
It's a really great point, that, Bridgie. We could just see them a minute ago, by the way, setting up for the trophy lift, which we will be bringing you live here, so stay with us. Simon, Bridgie just made the point, you know, the contribution of all the players, those that have come off the bench, it can't be underestimated because particularly in the latter stage of the season, the impact that the subs have made has been spot on, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think this is where Daniel's been really good in his man management of the players. It's easier to look after the 11, they take care of themselves because they're starting, but it's the other lads that are coming on. All you've got to do is repeat the same message, wait for your chance. If you get a chance, take that opportunity. And so many times players have either come into the starting 11 and affected the game, or they've come off the bench and affected the game as well. We've seen assists, we've seen goals, and it's such a cliche, but it is a team spirit. It is a squad game. As a coach, you always say to the players, all of you will get a chance, and whether they believe it or not, they do. Honestly,
it's hard for you to get the buy-in from the players to believe that and take it on board, but also to keep the healthy culture. Yeah. For me to want to challenge you for your position, knowing that the gaffer's going to give us me time at some point.
But what we've seen then, like you say, is when they have been given the opportunity. Yeah. Each player individually has really seized that opportunity and impressed us.
The opposition as well. The opposition look at the team sheet as well and they kind of go, I've done my job with Dan James. Oh, Willie Nonto's coming on. Like, oh, Ramazani's coming on. It's a nightmare. So the luxury, it's all good and well having that team and them names on a paper and your squad. But to actually go out and execute it and see them playing at their full potential, that's why nobody's touched us.
But I also think the underestimated people like Sam Byram, what they've contributed to this team. Sam probably came in as being a squad player throughout the season. It was probably played 50% of the games, if not more, and he's contributed both on the pitch, but I think Sam will be a big character as well in the dressing room as well. So it's not always the attacking players. They get all the credit and the headlines because that's what strikers do. They always get the money and they get the headlines. They also get managers a sack as well. But ultimately as well, there are unsung heroes within that group, and people like Joe Rothwell and again Sam Byram and others have played a big part in all this.
Speaking about Sam Byram, I'm going to back up what Simon said there. Also the professionalism that he has shown with his injury past to make sure that he is ready, because the lads take the mick out of him for being Daniel Farke's teacher's pet, but also because of the machine that he's got to take with him on the away trips, which they say is like a ridiculous size, but it's all about his recovery. And I think that's a great call out because that's so professional and a key of the squad.
Well, look, we will be watching the trophy lift live here on LUTV very shortly. But first, let's head back over to Plymouth and catch up with our commentary team, Bryn Law and Tony Dorigo, to describe the scenes going on.
Thanks, Emma. Well, scenes like you wouldn't believe down here at pitchside. The players are in the tunnel now, so I'm keeping an eye just over the cameraman's shoulder to make sure that when they begin to emerge in front of the fantastic Leeds United fans who are singing their hearts out just a few yards away in front of us here, reflecting on the most incredible afternoon.
It really was. They left it right to the last moment in true Leeds United fashion. Whoever's writing the scripts, please tell me what's going on next time, because this is not good for the ticker. But we deserved it, we really did. And we finally showed our quality, our fight, our desire. And just listen to this lot, it's just brilliant. I'm delighted for everyone attached with the club.
And the Solomon goal was the just reward, wasn't it?
It was, and we needed some quality. You know, throughout the season, I think we've had those types of players that can make a difference. But when the moment called, you need to step up and produce. And the last 5, 6, 7 games, we've done exactly that. The last minute or two, we did it again. When things were against us, we went, stood up and got it. Oh, here comes the trophy.
Here we go. Leeds United are shortly to emerge from the tunnel. The trophy is out there ahead of the presentation. The medals are just being brought out now, because this is what it's all about, and every one of the players was at pains to make that point, that the season would only really end well if Leeds United were lifting a trophy at the end of it. And that is what is going to be happening here very shortly now, because we are seconds away from Leeds United being declared champions 2024-25.
Yeah, the trophy lift is about to happen very, very shortly. We just saw Parag Marate there bringing the trophy out. We're all very excited to see that. And you were just talking about the medals as well, weren't you, Bridget?
Yeah, the big medals that you get to see there on display, obviously the glitz and glamour. The one that will probably come 2 or 3 weeks later, you'll get a little one from the FA, which is the small gold one that you keep as a memento. So obviously, in the past, I've seen Jonesy Mourinho when he threw his medal in for the Champions League medal. But the one that he would never throw away was the little one. So special moments there, the glitz and glamour. The lads will wear them with pride, but you get some special little ones over the next few weeks.
These are great pictures as well, seeing all the staff as well. They play a big part behind the scenes for Daniel and the players. Again, people that probably know what roles a lot of them play, and there seems to be a lot of them, to be fair. But they've all played a part in the preparation, the recovery, the analytics side of it. It's a big, massive staff effort as well, and I'm sure they'll all be having a good drink tonight.
Well, I always mention it, Simon, it's the team, as you know as a manager, the team behind the team.
Yeah.
And I think everybody, like Simon says, played a huge part. And what I like about it, in the last home game we saw, it wasn't just the players celebrating, it was everybody combined celebrating
family,
together.
Friends,
yeah,
everybody,
and that's
and
what I love about the culture that this team has developed.
A lot of champagne.
That's funny, isn't it? His first person coming out the tunnel is that Harry Graham. He's like sort of first out. He's kicked the ball for 20 minutes all season, but he's certainly got the personality to lead the team out on the celebrations. Brilliant.
But he's absolutely loving it. I mean, imagine how he must be feeling right now. To be fair, imagine how all of them must be feeling. We've just seen them heading out.
Well, I'm thinking of Eddie, not Harry Graham. I'm thinking of Eddie Gray, because he was down in Plymouth. I saw the celebrations of him last night with the fans.
Well, what
on
a moment
social
for Eddie,
media.
though.
Absolutely
You know,
huge.
think of how many I mean, they are genetically, they are so gifted as a family. But think, Eddie has seen the highs and lows of this club over so many years. Yeah. So to see one of the youngest members of his family having, making his debut, coming on, and being able to enjoy the celebrations as we get promoted as champions, it must be amazing for Eddie.
Oh, it'd be filled with so much emotion from all the generations of the Gray family. It's a fantastic moment, and this is going to be a special moment for Ampadu and Daniel as well, coming out to lift the trophy.
Well, look, Simon and Bridgie, the three of us will be back very shortly, but right now we are going to hand you back over to Plymouth as we watch the trophy lift. there we have it. Leeds United are going up as champions. Michael Bridges, we've said it so often these last few weeks, but you can see once again just how much it means to every single player. And also the cohesiveness of this side is something we talk about so much, the togetherness, and you can see it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll never forget your teams that you've won things with over the years. They'll be mates forever. And like you say, the scenes there, we've seen a few celebrations over the last couple of weeks when we've got promoted, but that moment there when you see the team with all the staff and everybody in front of the fans with a trophy in front, that is what it is all about. They're the moments that you play football for.
I don't care how much money you earn in your career as a player, these are the most special moments that you remember. You're lifting the trophy with your teammates, the staff around you, so the medal around your chest, and then you'll go home and you'll place it in your cabinet, and it's a reminder every day of what you've achieved. And people are in it football for money, I understand that, but the special moments of what you achieve in your career cannot be underestimated, and how much it means to you.
Simon, drawing on your experience, you know, these players are all relishing every moment right now, but is this the kind of thing that they will reflect on even more in a few years' time?
Oh, 100%. This day will never ever be forgotten by any of these lads. Given celebrations tonight, they might forget a few things that might go on tonight, but ultimately as well, these special moments, especially in front of the fans as well, it is a really, really special moment, because these moments don't come along that often in football, so you've got to enjoy them and make sure that you're there together as a group. Hey, up there we've got the superstar on the horizon already.
Go on, Harry. And also, Bridget, you have to remember the reason why. You know, we spent the last week and a half, 2 weeks celebrating, but this has been a very long season for these players, and they've proved themselves consistently, and they deserve this moment.
Yeah,
but actually, but this is just the end of it, isn't it? This is just the tail end on top of all of that hard work.
Yeah, the hard work, and like you say, I think some of the other staff will be getting more hard work over the next few days as well, because now the planning goes into the Premier League, which is huge. But what they've achieved this season, Championship, me and Simon have both been involved in it. It's a long, long season. The games come thick and fast, along with the cup competitions. They've handled it absolutely fantastic on the field and off the field, because I've got to give the lads credit. There's a lot of duties that you've got to do in the community, off air. You keep your social media content going for this football club, and they've embraced it as well. So it's not an easy thing to do, and these scenes are the justifying of why you're putting all the hard work.
I know I mentioned it earlier, but a majority of this group have suffered the pain of last year, and you either have two ways of dealing with it. You either say, right, it's happened, I'm going to sulk, I'm going to mourn about it, or you actually go, I'm going to turn it into a positive next year. I'm going to make sure that I'm not ever going to be this down again in my career. I'm going to be positive. We're going to go and see what Southampton did, and Leicester and Ipswich last year, the celebrations, and that's a mental strength that you have to have as a group, not just the players but the staff behind, and ultimately the manager and Daniel Farke as well.
Just going to say there, Simon, do you credit the players for that, or is it because of this guy and his staff and everybody that have all pulled in the same direction to keep them focused?
Look, you're the coach, the manager, you're the main person. You've got to deal with everything. You're babysitting nearly 40 people there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're dealing with everybody's emotional strengths and weaknesses. They're all going to have good days and bad days, but who motivates the motivator as a coach? You've got to do it yourself. Sometimes you can be down after a result, but Daniel's got this idea and philosophy that he just keeps very level-headed, and that's full credit. And nobody's been more motivated and more hurt from Southampton game last year. One, to get over it, but two, to put it right what's happened this year. So full credit to all of these players and staff.
And another man that's lifted the trophy there, Carl Darlow, came in, he's waited. He's the man that's had to play second fiddle to Mellier to push the first team goalkeeper, the first choice, all the way, wait for his opportunity. And when he's taken his opportunity towards the latter end of the season, he has been absolutely incredible to give that defensive unit stability once again when it was just looking a little bit frail.
Here he goes, Kenzie. What a great lad he is. He's sort of the life and soul of the dressing room. I gave him his debut here many, many years ago, and he said to me a few weeks ago, well, I said to him, he's won the lottery by coming back, and he's loved every moment, and you can see how well respected he is from the rest of the players. Hasn't kicked the ball, but he's behind the scenes, and that team spirit that all this group of people now are certainly going to have played a part.
Yes, Henry as well. He was a player here as well. H now, class.
And actually, you know, even the the players and the staff, people that haven't kicked a ball, like you say, Simon, they're just as important. This is a real team effort, isn't it?
100%. People behind the scenes, like the masseurs going in every Sunday after a game, and maybe every Wednesday on the recovery day, doing the work, travelling, doing all them things, all the analysts doing all the preparation for Daniel, for the individual clips that players are doing.
The videographers like Laji Ramazani as well, photographers.
Well, there's a job for him when he's finishing football, isn't there, by the looks of it? But,
I don't know, it might be his side hustle right now, the dancing and film, and he's brilliant at it. But also we just saw Ilhan Melia as well have a moment there, and that was really nice because the season hasn't ended how he would have hoped it would, but actually it's lovely for him to be a part of the celebrations, isn't it,
Yeah,
Simon?
of course it is. Look, people always remember the mistakes that goalkeepers make at any level, any football club, but he's made some big saves in this season, and that cannot be underestimated, where games have been really tight and he's made big saves and the team have gone on to win the games. Yes, he's been highlighted for the mistakes, and I think Daniel made the correct decision in dropping him when he did, and Carl Darlow came in, and again the celebrations of all the staff behind the scenes. But yeah, Medley's played a big part in this as well, and he can't get away from that. Again, Chris Beasley, the kit man's been there many years there, and again, it's brilliant for them all.
Yeah, so many familiar faces there that have seen again the highs and lows that we've experienced at this club, as have many of the fans who've travelled there today, which makes it even more special, doesn't it, Bridget? Because we've been saying the last few weeks, it feels very un-Leeds-like to be able to just sit and enjoy performances and feel like the pressure's off.
The distance of travel today to go down to Plymouth to see this is what it is all about. Again, you talk about the players remembering this day for the rest of their lives, the fans will as well. And the ones that are down there sharing this moment with the players. I just love the scenes, and there's nothing. Why do we play football? We play football for the fans.
Correct. Why do we send an LUTV cameraman when we've got Laji Ramazani who's filmed the whole thing? We could have just sent him as our cameraman.
I can't wait to go out with him again tonight.
That's you getting in at 4 a.m.
Right.
But like we say, they deserve all of these celebrations. You can see Willie Nonto there sat down, absolutely living the dream. And in terms of characters, he's right up there. We see him all the time, week in, week out, just living his best life and enjoying every moment. We just saw a little glimpse of Daniel Farke, and I wanted to talk to you about that, Simon, because, you know, after promotion, he was hugging all the players, but in this moment, you know, he was just he was on one knee, he was taking it all in. Do you think that was him just kind of realising what he's accomplished with this side?
Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes everybody gets the emotions of the staff and the players celebrating, but as a coach or manager, sometimes you just need a couple of minutes on your own sometimes to reflect on what you've actually achieved and what you've done, because believe me, for 10 months he'll have been in demand left, right and centre.
Right, let's head back over to Plymouth to catch up with Bryn Law.
I'm so done, but also so proud of the boys, of the whole staff, of the whole club, of our supporters. 100 points to win the league also in this way. Again, many resilience also on the way even today, and to have this belief, and in the crunch time period of the season to be there with our best performances, with our best results, also in the crunch time period of the last game day to be there. So we want to get rid of this old brand, anyhow Leeds is falling apart when it comes down. No, we can right now sing this song pretty proud and know, okay, when it really counts and we have this winning mentality. I'm so proud of the lads.
They left it a little late though, didn't they?
Yes, in the first half, looked a bit like we have celebrated too much. We didn't move the ball quick enough. Had already a few chances anyhow, but I think we're not at our best. A bit understandable after amazing performance in last weeks. And then was difficult in the second half. So of course Plymouth wanted to take also a good last game day into the next season. They've won 3 out of their last 4. It was difficult, but we always believed in it and believed in the group, and that we can always score a goal, and the decisive goal, and thank God, yeah, the lads delivered again.
I think Leeds need a new song. It's Leeds rising to the occasion, because the last 5 or 6 games, when we really needed it, I think the spirit they've instilled in this side is fantastic.
Toto, this was why I signed for this club in the Championship. I would have never signed for any other club on this level, but I know what potential this club had. And I told you, once I was at Elland Road, in different colours, I got the feeling, so one day I want to stand here and want to help at this old brand, or we always get nervous and we don't bring it over the line. We get rid of this brand and get a new reputation. And I'm so glad that together with my boys
and my lads and the whole staff were able to create this during the season. I think this is one of the key reasons why we played, in terms of points, definitely the best season in the history of this club.
See your medal then, Daniel. Show us the medal. You've got a few of these now, haven't you? So
yes, a few already. Yes.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about. For these people, and for you as well.
I told the lads, so I normally be on an open bus tour, always with some silverware. I don't go tomorrow or on Monday, sorry, without something to lift anyhow. And I was so desperate, and it cost lots of energy after we have achieved our big goal to be again there on it today and to make sure that everyone is on it. And the halftime talk today was complicated. I need to be so concentrated right now, just about enjoying. And yes, I'm happy that we are able to have all this medal. I think these memories will live together with the lads, but also with our supporters. We have created a little piece of history today.
Beers tonight? A few beers?
I'm not sure at the moment. I'm just happy when I sit on my seat in the coach and to want to close the eyes a little bit, because really I'm totally run out of energy and I need a few minutes. But I guess later on we'll start to celebrate, and then I'll be back again, yes.
Daniel, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Absolute pleasure, fantastic, thoroughly deserved.
Beers tonight, lads? No?
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty
Champagne,
sure, Daniel.
then, I'm following Simon. Champagne, then beer.
Champagne, beer.
Well, I'm off into town after it anyway.
Yes, Simon Grace is well up for it. Simon, we can't get off air early for your night out, I'm sorry. But it was lovely to hear Daniel Farke there, wasn't it? Talk about how proud he is of these lads. He gets so much praise and he always deflects it, doesn't he, Simon?
Yeah, he's very humble. He's an experienced coach. He knows what the game's all about, not just tactically, but behind the scenes, what he needs to motivate his players, to motivate his staff. And he realises he's the main man, but he's got so many other cogs in the wheel that make things happen. And it's been plenty of celebrations and Willie Nonto having his shorts pulled down, which is fantastic. Daniel sort of is a very humble person who reflects what it means to this city and this football club and how you represent it.
Right, let's head back over and catch up with Bryn Law, who I believe is going to be delighted because I think he's been joined by some of the Welsh players.
Well, nothing gives me greater pleasure than having the two of the Welsh lads at least here. Dan, what a day, what a way these lot did it.
We made it very tough for ourselves, but you know, we showed that desire we've been showing all season, and we come back and two good goals, man. I just scored in the 91st minute, and to watch it, and I felt like a true fan myself. It was up and down, but what a way to do it. It was unbelievable, and to celebrate now with the fans is something really special.
Now you know what we've been going through, don't you?
Yeah, I feel exactly like it. I don't think I felt that until since we obviously played Brentford away last game of the season, to stay up, and I felt that feeling again, and I always believed that we were going to get another chance, and Manos slotted in nicely, and wow, yeah.
Joe, it was important that you won it today. You all said that. So that goal at the end must have been an incredible moment.
For me, it still hasn't sunk in what just happened. It's all a blur to me, but I know we want to try and make it as easy as possible and things like this, but I wouldn't have chosen to do it any other way like that. It was it's a moment I'll never forget, and it was incredible. I'm so happy for everyone involved, the club, the fans, everything. What a day, amazing.
I think when it really came to it, the last 6 or 7 games, I thought there were so many leaders in the team that came to the fore to show what they're about. And you in particular, I thought those last 7, you were outstanding.
Yeah, I think the last, I think it's 6 in a row now, I think. The pressure was on us. We had a lot of draws. It's not what we planned. Obviously, sometimes this is football, it goes this way, but 6 wins in a row to do it like that, and to come here today, and to be fair to them, they went right to the very end, and like we've done all season, I said, this team, we never give up, we keep going, we go, and yeah, we got our reward at the end of it.
Did you get another knock on your nose as well? How many's that now? That'll be all right.
Fair, I was, excuse my language, I was shit for the first goal, so Al gave me a little elbow to wake me up, and I thought it was quite better from there on out, and
Fellas, off you go. Brilliant
enjoy.
Stuff. Well done.
Brilliant.
We apologise if anybody was offended by Joe Rodon's language.
You must have heard our analysis at half time.
But again, it was really lovely to hear them both. They were getting praise, but again, like Daniel Farke, they were deflecting that praise and just talking about the team as a whole.
Yeah, I think that's, like you say, the humbleness of this squad. They've got to take the plaudits because this group of players and staff have achieved something very, very special and unique. But like you say, you can just tell that humbleness, and I think it stems from this man not getting too high, not getting too low, and Daniel Farke. So what scenes, this is what it's all about. This is why we play the game, for moments like this, because you want to see medals, like Simon said, around your neck, and you want to be celebrating with the fans, and the lads have earned this. This is all the hard yards and the scenes of celebration. I could just watch this all day. I'm getting jealous that we're not actually there, or we can't play the game anymore and be involved in this, because these are the days that you miss as a football player. It's days like this.
Bridget, I think you want to go out with Simon after this, don't you? You're ready, you're up for it. But look, we heard Daniel Farke say afterwards, after the promotion, how important it is to celebrate the moments when they do come, because his team have worked so hard. Bear with me, Simon, I will ask you that question shortly. But Manor Solomon is with Brynlaw.
Manor Solomon, you did this. Well done.
No, it's not me. It's the whole team. I think we just deserve it. We've worked so hard throughout the whole season, and we just deserve it. As you can see, it couldn't have been more dramatic than this. I'm so happy to score the goal and to get the first place. We deserve it, and I want to congratulate everyone. Each and every one of the players, the staff members, the employees of the club owners, the fans, they deserve it, and I'm super happy.
You can't have had a better moment in your football career than when that hit the back of the net, though, can you?
Yeah, to be honest, I can't remember what was happening, and I can't put it into words what I'm feeling right now. I think I'll need a few days to take it in, to digest everything. But right now, I just wanna celebrate. We'll have few days of celebrations with all the fans, and we'll go for it. The feeling is just incredible, and I'm proud of everyone.
I think it's so important when the big moments come that you grab them. Well, you grabbed it. Could you not grab it a bit earlier next time? But what an incredible goal. You must be delighted, absolutely.
Yeah, believe me, I wanted to do it earlier. I wanted to score already in the first half, but it is what it is. It was so stressful until the end of the game. We knew also that Burnley were winning, so we knew we needed to win and to score the goal. And when I saw the ball went in, I don't know, I can't explain what I was feeling. It was just pure goosebumps, and I'm thanks God to it happened.
I think I screamed even louder than normal. It was incredible. We loved it. It was fantastic.
I'm sure.
And Manor, it's been great, and we look forward to maybe seeing you again in future.
Yeah, we'll see about it. I don't know.
We want you back. We want you back.
I love this club. That's what I can say.
Good man. Thank you. Thank you.
And we love you, Manor Solomon. Look, he was talking about that goal and how he was stressed right until the final moments because they knew the Burnley score. Do you think, Simon, he realises just how iconic that goal is, not just now, but forever in this club's history?
Probably not now, but in a few days' time, and a year's time, 10 years' time, he will be reminded about that goal. That was the most iconic goal in recent time to get the team the championship medal, to get them promoted to the Premier League. It will be a good goal that people remember Pablo for, Jermaine in my time against Bristol Rovers and Man United, etc. And we've seen Daniel here enjoying the moment of. Maybe he needs to work on his dancing a little bit. But,
Can you show us your move, Simon? Let's
to be
see
fair,
yours.
no. He needs some champagne in front of him.
Yeah,
that's what he needs.
Does. But look, what I was asking you earlier is, Daniel Farke, has said it's really important to celebrate these moments when they come with all the hard work that we put in. And it is, isn't it? Because we heard like Alton Arca, you were here a few weeks ago, and he was saying, I've got nothing left. I have nothing left. And yet they dig in and they find it somewhere. And it is so important to actually embrace these moments and celebrate them, like Daniel said.
Look, as I said before, these moments don't come along too often in your career. If you can get one moment, you're lucky. If you get more moments like that, you're very, very lucky. And it's 10 months, 11 months of hard work. Every day nearly the players are in. They're playing, they're training, doing recovery sessions, they're travelling, they're doing everything. People just see sometimes match day, but there's a lot of work goes off behind the scenes.
Right. Just a moment, because this is going to be good. Willie Nonto is with Brynlaw.
So, Willie Nonto, what do you make of all this?
I think it's one of the best days of my life, you know, honestly. I feel like when we grow up, you know, we dream of days like this. Having the chance to score, to win the league is just incredible, and I'm so happy to have the chance to play with these guys in front of these fans. It makes me so proud.
And you scored a goal.
Yeah. No, I think probably one of the easiest goals, but you know, you have to be there. I'm happy because I have the team. You know, at the end of the day, if we lost or if we drew, it would have had no importance. So I'm just happy because we won, and that's the most important.
I think it's important in these times when you can win a medal. You know, you grab it with both hands, and it took a while, but you must have had a belief that you're going to get there in the end.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't the easiest game. You know, we knew that obviously they were relegated, but in the last period they had lots of good results, so we knew that it was going to be a tough game. The first half probably wasn't the best. We were a bit unlucky, but the second half, you know, we knew that we could turn the game, and we were lucky to score quite early as well, and you know, we have to believe in the end.
The Leeds United song mentions, and we've had our ups and downs. Well, there've been a few downs for you, but this is definitely one of the ups, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been here 3 years now. I think lots of downs, but lots of ups as well, I can say. And probably today is the best I could have. But yeah, it was all worth it.
Shows your medal. Shows your medal.
Oh, nice.
Absolute beautiful.
For the Premier League now, right?
Hey, exactly.
I like your style. Well done, Willie.
Congratulations, fantastic.
A delighted Willie Nonto there showing off his medal, and he was saying, you know, I think this is one of the best days of my life. But actually, his performance in that final game can't be underestimated either, can it, Bridget?
Every one of them. Every player has gone out and played their part throughout the season. Like you say, the ups and downs of Willie Nonto's career at Leeds United is incredible as well. The way Daniel Farke handled it, the way he's won the fans back on board, his performances, and to see that interview there with a Willie Nonto playing football with a smile on his face and a medal, outstanding.
He always has a smile on his face as well. We love him.
He didn't at one stage.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Soon got it back though.
Yeah.
Who has been your player of the season, Simon? Who's been your? I know there's loads, but who has been your number one standout player this season?
I think it's a toss-up between Dan James and Tanaka. I think Dan's numbers, assists and goals, you can't underestimate his performances with the ball, but out of possession, he works so hard. Him and Bogle have worked really well, and obviously Tanaka showed his ability of what he can do on and off the ball as well.
Well, look, Bridgie, I'm going to ask you the same very shortly, but first let's head back over to Plymouth because Brendan Aronson is with Brynlaw.
Yeah. Brendan.
Yep.
Great scenes these. You must be absolutely over the moon about all of this.
No, yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, for all the fans that travel down and, sorry, my voice is pretty much gone already, but yeah, I mean, to score in the last minutes like that, it's a Leeds way, you know what I mean? I've been here a lot, so it's the Leeds way, but it was great.
Yeah, you made everybody wait, but it was the perfect ending as it happened, wasn't it?
Yeah, perfect ending. I felt like it was coming the whole game. I mean, we created a lot of chances in the first half, and in the second half, we had to just get the first goal, and I think from there we knew we were going to get the second.
When you see what it means to the supporters, and you'll see it again in the city centre on Monday, that's what it's all about, isn't it, for you guys?
No, 100%. We know how much they care about the club. I mean, we know how much the fans are there every single game chanting our names and chanting for the team. And, yeah, I mean, it's special. It's a special club. And, yeah, I mean, you can see with the way it turned out, and I'm sure on Monday. So, yeah, fantastic season, and top it off with a trophy.
I think it's a great memory, isn't it, when you've got 46 games, it's a tough old league, to get to the end and the biggest prize is there,
yeah,
and you break through and you grab it, which is brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, 6 games, 18 points. I mean,
yeah,
at the end of the season when you play 40 games and you have 6 games left, it's not easy. And I mean, a lot of teams drop points, but credit to Burnley too. I mean, they made us work for it. It wasn't easy, but I mean, listen, 6 games, 18 points, finished with 100 points. You can't name a better end of the season, so it was great.
Folks back in the States watching, no doubt?
Yeah, for sure. Family, friends, everybody, yeah, that cares and stuff like that. But yeah, it's always great to see their messages and stuff like that. So I'm sure I'll see it soon.
Show them your medal. Yeah. Show them your medal. There you go. Just hold it up.
Hold it up.
Oh, there we go. That's it. That's what it's all about, Brendan. Well done.
Great season, mate. Excellent. Good man. Good man.
95 goals, 100 points, Michael Bridges.
Yeah.
You know, Brendan just pointing that out there. That's pretty mind-blowing, isn't it, when you register what that means?
I mean, the points tally is incredible itself, but the goals, like I say, the team, how exciting that we have been this season, the entertainers, it's just been absolutely incredible. And the amount of players that have scored goals in this team, the right back, Bogle, Firpo, assists and things like that. Daniel Farke has engineered and generated this machine that the players have embraced his style, and we've been so lucky this season to watch such good football, and they've deserved it.
It's funny, isn't it, because early part of the season Daniel and the team were getting criticised for sort of being a bit boring to watch, not entertaining enough, but 100 points and 95 goals.
I think he knew what he was doing.
That's not boring,
yeah,
by the way.
Correct.
No.
And from a manager's point of view, Simon, how important is it that Daniel has a good rapport with all of his players? Because he seems to have a real understanding of what each individual player needs from him and how they need to be sort of nourished and nurtured.
Yeah, well, that's part of your job as well. You do your tactical stuff, but you've got to work out what makes each individual player tick. Do you sort of give him a little bit of love, or do you give him a bit of a stick where you have to give him a reminder every now and again he needs to work a little bit harder? You always have to work out your different players, what they need and what's required to get the best out of them, because if you're getting the best out of each individual, that's going to make your job as a coach a lot more easier.
Right, we'll come back to that again very shortly, but first let's head back over to Plymouth again and catch up with our captain, Ethan Ampadu.
Well, captain, that worked out quite well, didn't it?
Yeah, in the end. I'll be honest, I'm still a little bit annoyed at the first half. We really won ourselves. I'm not sure, maybe that's just the situation how it is. Obviously, they were full of confidence. They wanted to win in their last game, so they gave everything. And as much as I'm annoyed at the first half, what can we say now? I mean, it was a tough year. I don't actually know how the other result went, but to finish on 100 points is pretty amazing.
Burnley won, so you had to win.
Well, I think that sets a standard for two teams to finish on 100 points. If we were the other team, we'd be very frustrated. After such a good year, you'd probably expect to maybe be able to lift it, but thankfully we're on the right side of that.
You must be very proud to lead this team back to the Premier League. It's been a long old season. It's really difficult to get out of, but the way you led the team and the boys themselves, I thought it was a magnificent performance.
No, obviously massive. I might wear the armband, but we're a team full of leaders. Not one person gets us through that. It's everyone together, no matter what. No matter if you play one game, 46 games, everyone played their part, and it's a big, really big, well deserved for not just for the players, but for the staff who work hard every single day, and for these guys, you know, they deserve it. You heard them through the game. Obviously, like I said, we hope we could let them celebrate a little bit longer in the first half. But in the end, I said a few weeks ago, and I'm not just saying this for the camera, but I said to Taylor, like, imagine, said if we were to do it, last minute winner, we could take it. Obviously, everyone says no because I'm nervous around the game, and I'll be honest, it was very nervous.
It was good.
But when the scenes at the end, the eruption, it was pretty spectacular.
Ethan, you should go and join the chaps in the dressing room. Have a fantastic evening and congratulations.
Absolutely.
See you all at the parade.
Brilliant.
See you on the parade.
I think Ethan Ampadu needs a crystal ball, doesn't he? Because he kind of predicted that. But look,
that is the belief he has, knowing his players as well. Because even we were sitting here at half-time, we're saying something, you know, this team can do it. He knew. He's a captain. He's so inspirational.
We forget that he's 24. He's such a mature head, isn't he?
Well, he's had a good upbringing. He made his debut early at Exeter, and then obviously a big move to Chelsea, and had lots of loan deals where he's got the experience of different cultures, different dressing rooms, and he'll have learnt a lot of other players a lot older than him, and he's brought that to the dressing room at Leeds United, and that can only bode well for the future.
Look, we got your players of the season.
You sat on the fence.
You didn't give us one.
I'm allowed to say 2 out of about 20.
I'll give you 2.
No,
you don't need
I'm going to take
Go
one.
on.
And you think I was going to go for the Strikers Union because Joel Peru's a top scorer in the league. I'm not. I'm going for this man here, the captain, his side partner in Joe Rodon, because to play the amount of minutes that he has done this season, to get through the games with all the knocks and injuries that he's taken, I just think he's been absolutely colossal. And I was delighted that we got his signature from when we had him on loan last season.
Yeah.
he's my player of the year.
And I was going to say, you know, he's quite. We've underestimated him at times. I actually don't think we have. I actually think we've given him the credit he deserves a lot.
He's had to adapt his game to play alongside other people at centre half, because Amadou hadn't seen out. He had an injury. Pascal Strout has been seen out with an injury. Joe Rodon has had to adapt his game, and I just think he's been absolutely colossal.
Well, look, so many of the players could be our player of the year, couldn't they? Yeah. But also, not just because of their skill on the pitch, but also because of their mindset, Simon. There's no egos in this squad, is there?
No, and I think that was something that was thrown at the group last year. There was a few egos in the dressing room that left the club in the summer, and not being disrespectful to them, but I think this is a more rounded team than last year's team. That disappointment. I think recruitment is really good, and the other players went off and did what they've done. But I think this is a more rounded, level-headed team with no egos. They're all together, and that's what's brought the success.
Completely. Is there, aside from that Manor Solomon goal, a moment of the season for you, Bridgie?
A moment of the season, I think the victory at Sheffield United, and the Joel Peru strike for me, when he leathered one from outside the area. It was just like a striker when the keeper was blindsided, but the magnitude of getting that away win against a team that we had to beat to give us a little bit of a gap to know that we could make that top two. That was a defining moment for me.
What about you, Simon?
Oh,
a lot to choose from.
Sam Byram's left foot strike.
That's an in-house joke.
That's an inside joke. Don't worry, we know.
I think it was that week, wasn't it, where we beat Sunderland here and Sheffield United here, which was a massive week. I think back-to-back games, wasn't it? I think that was a real defining moment where we've put the mark down against two teams that were in the top four and we beat them here. That's probably my moment. And about another 45.
I was going to say, there's just so many to pick from. But look, Michael Bridges, Simon Grayson, thank you so much as always. Leeds United are champions of the Championship. Just me, lads. You leave me on mute.
Yes! Champions!
95 goals, 100 points, 1 trophy, and thousands of very happy fans around the world, us three here included. Thank you all so much for joining us for the ride this season. I think we can all agree we are very proud of the team, the manager, and the club as a whole. Michael Bridges, for the final time, sing us out.
Champions, champions, ole, ole, ole.
Louder!
Champions, champions, ole, ole, ole.
Yes!
Red Bull gives you